Hi friends, welcome to Techno Leadership Insights. Today, I'll share a case of a negative feedback. To begin with, let me give some background information. Ajay was a manager in a development center in Bangalore. 6 months back, he took a transfer to US. Now he manages a development team in San Jose. Joe is his boss. Since Ajay didn't have prior experience of working in US, Joe requested his colleague, Abhi, to mentor him for few months. Abhi had a prior experience of working in India before he moved to San Jose. Abhi had a monthly meeting with Ajay for last 6 months. Since Ajay had gone through his first performance appraisal previous week, Abhi decided to catch up with Joe to understand how Ajay is performing. Abhi asked Joe, "How is it going with Ajay? How is his performance over last 2 quarters?" Joe replied, "He is doing okay. I would say kind of average. His team really likes him. He's very proactive and takes lots of initiatives. I can see his team got energized by his presence. He is able to build good relationship with team quickly, which is pretty impressive." After a pause, Joe continued, "There are few things where Ajay needs to step up. He needs to improve his estimation skills. He just goes by what his team says without getting into details. Same with quality of project reviews. Is very superficial, does not get to bottom of real issues. I have spoken to him about this few times, but have not seen any change. I have not even seen him making serious attempt to improve." Joe concluded with a heavy note. "I'll wait and see for few months. If he's not able to step up, maybe I need to find another person for this role." Abhi was surprised. During his monthly meetings, Ajay appeared very upbeat about his performance and was thinking that everything going great for him. So to understand what is going on, Abhi decided to catch up with Ajay. Abhi inquired, "Hi Ajay, how is it going with you? How did your review go last week?" Ajay said, "I am doing great. I received excellent feedback from my boss. He talked highly about how I could quickly get up to speed with my new role and how I am able to energize my team." Abhi went straight to the point. "Did Joe give any negative feedback?" Ajay said, "Not much. He talked about couple of minor things like need to get into more details with estimation and reviews. Nothing more." Now, a question to you. What was going on here? Why there is such a big communication gap? At one end, Joe is not sure whether Ajay could step up to the role, whereas Ajay thinks he is doing great. Continuing his conversation with Ajay, Abhi said, "I think there is some communication gap between Joe and you. Why don't you have another meeting with him and discuss about his concerns?" Ajay was really surprised. Joe has concerns, but he didn't mention any. He just talked about some minor things I could look at. Abhi could see what's going on. He said, "Ajay, you should be aware of a major difference between US and India while giving negative feedback, particularly when it involves personal issues. In India, when you give feedback to your team members, will you talk more about negative aspects or positives?" Ajay says, "Of course, negatives. Those are the ones I want to see improvement. I talk about positives also, but don't give much importance." Abhi said, "In US, it's exactly the opposite. Giving negative feedback is uncomfortable, particularly when it involves issues with individuals involved. To make people comfortable, we start with positive feedback and highlight it. We talk about negatives just as passing remark without stressing much. We expect others to take hint and work on it. We normally end the conversation talking about positives again so that we end with a positive note." Ajay spoke slowly. Now I understand why Joe always focused on positives and just mentioned negatives as passing remarks. I guess he was expecting me to catch the hint and work on it. Now that I understand the importance of the issue, I'll work on it. Joe will see significant improvement in coming weeks. That should alleviate his concern." Abhi concluded, "That would be great. I will catch up with Joe in a month's time and see how it is going." Question to you. When you give feedback to others, do you focus on positives or negatives? Have you noticed any difference in the way feedback is given by people from other countries? What is the difference? Do share your thoughts and experiences in comment section. Thanks for watching. See you next time.